Hey guys, coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. Guys, this is an absolute joke by Plarium, and it's basically an indication to you guys to play it safe with summons today. Why am I saying this? The boosted summons portal is now glowing. If you are somebody who is unaware why this is bad, this is because we have a fusion coming, guys. The fusion warm-up event is now live. And basically, for the next 4 days, you're just going to be collecting free resources right here and just letting time pass until the fusion starts. This next fusion, the Hound, will be really important to players out there who are still struggling with Hydra, trying to get their damage in there and the maximum points needed for Hydra to be picking up at least the end guaranteed rewards. These are very crucial because those accessories play a big part in terms of progressing your account, both for PvP with Stone Skin, but also with protection, which helps both for PvP and PvE, just protecting your buffs and making them unremovable. And the 9-piece bonus from the protection set is just insane in terms of value when you do manage to get that one champion build with protection. So it's not just protecting the buffs, but also boosting your damage per buff. So that is very important. So why am I saying this? The next fusion, the Hound, will be very strong for the Hydra. It just shows it's going to be like that. I haven't tested the champion yet. It is on the test server. Haven't done that yet. But if you also have Shayak, the Packmaster, they will go very well together. I did cover that in a previous video for the fusion. So you do know right now that these will go very well together. On his own, the fusion champion will also be pretty good, I believe, but not as good as with the Packmaster. Obviously, guys, it's like having Rotos. Rotos is amazing. Okay, shouldn't compare that. I shouldn't talk about Rotos and also compare it to, you know, the Hound, where Rotos can be used for PvE and especially PvP, and then CV can be used on her own. But yeah, they're not in the same league at all. I don't think they have their uses, but I don't think so. Why does Plarium do these boosting events? Basically, this is for the whales, okay? This is not for you guys. This is not for the 99.9% of the community out there. So, although we have Balar here who can be very good, we have the last fusion, well, previous to the last, wasn't it? And then we also had this guy right here where there is also a soul for him, plus he was also guaranteed. It's absolutely a joke in terms of boosting the chances for these champions. I mean, if you did provide at least some sort of incentive for us as players to do summons, this would have been it. And it's not, all right? It's not an incentive to summon at all. You can definitely do your summons if you want to, because it's just a 2x, which is pretty cool. But 2x's happen on a rotation and on extraordinary days like, I don't know, when Plarium is celebrating something, they'll do a 2x day, and then they do a 2x day on something else, and then a 2x day on something else. So they do that. But this is not a progressing summoning event you should do. You should avoid it at all costs, even also because the Champion Chase tournament here, if you check it out, there's no rewards here that just say this is worth it. I don't know why this guy is summoning. The global leaderboard is just filled with players who have, as we say in the raid community, more money than they care about. So this is just them. It's not a shout out to everybody to go summon, okay? The rewards are always going to be great for summons, especially if you do the higher end, especially the book for mythic champion skills. But the other rewards, like the relic materials, these are very insignificant to use your summons for. You should be saving a significant amount of summons for each fusion that is coming. And that is what I also wanted to cover every single time I see these sort of events, because there might be one player out there who just is unaware, oblivious on, oh, I should be summoning at all times. Not really. Not unless your account is basically day one, where you see a 2x. Day 1 to day 5, you won't be able to complete a fusion, so you might as well summon your ancients and hope for a legendary, right? That is day 1 actions. That is not for a player out there who can complete fusions on a steady schedule. You might be even able to complete fusion, then skip one, and then do the other one, and then skip. So if that's the case, then Still, save your fusions. It's very difficult to get shards, guys. This is the amount of shards I have as a player who is not purchasing packs anymore. The only thing I can purchase is ancient shards with my gems, which I do get as a content creator. So for me, relatively speaking, fusions are easier because of all the resources that I get, but still things such as silver, I have to use my gems, I have to use my energy. So again, silver is something that I use depending on whether I need to do like a showcase of a champion or something like that. So fusions, you should be guys, you guys should be just taking care of your total amount of resources. And I'm talking, this is the silver that you want to have for at least one of the artifact enhancement events. The next fusion that is coming, the Hound, from the details that are provided to us, it's a, let me just see this again. It's a champion fragment event. So that means you'll be able to collect parts of Crowcat, the fusion dog, all right? What does that mean? It means you won't require so much brews and stuff to just level up champions, which are going to be epics, and then use those. It's just going to be fragments for the actual champion, which we'll be showing right here. So you'll be collecting parts. You'll be able to collect a few parts. Probably summons are going to play a huge role in this. At least we're looking at 15 to 20 fragments from summons, 25, sometimes 30. It depends on the fusion calendar, but that's what happens. So when you see the fusion calendar up in terms of the Discord, or you see it through a video, take note there. Just, it's going to help you with the fusion. So summons, we're going to have summoning events, summoning tournaments. We're going to have the normal things such as champion training. So stocking up on brews, it's going to be very important. And then also stocking up in terms of silver. So silver, you'll need about 20 million per artifact enhancement event. Usually there's 2 to 3 of those happening, but during the duration of that, there's a rotation of tournaments. It's going to be like a Fire Knight tournament, there's going to be like a Dragon tournament, a Spider tournament, and an Ice Golem tournament. You'll basically need to complete all of those with about the requirements of 1 energy per point needed for the amount of fragments that they'll sell, which is usually, they'll have there, which is usually 2,250 points needed. To get those, it's about 2,250 energy, give or take. Worst case scenario, 3,000 if you got bad teams that can't do efficient runs. So you'll have to have that in mind. You'll be collecting silver through those and then upgrading your gear for the artifact enhancement, while also dipping into dungeon divers possible events where you'll be getting points in there. Usually the dungeon divers is the highest in difficulty, where there's no summons required. And then everything else just falls into the easier category in terms of just having easy things to do for completing a fusion. So the hardest things are summons, which are strictly resource locked in terms of possible spending needed. And then you also have the dungeon divers. So for the players out there who were thinking of doing this, guys, please don't. This is such a bad move by Plarium, but I think it's not for the 99.9% of players. It's for the players out there who just want extra champions to get empowerments done, to get a +4 for whatever reason. And I'm probably, for the most part, it's going to be for Balor for whatever reason. But even so, with the tightest teams, Balor is just a champion who can get probably higher trials done for the Chimera. And that's basically his role. There's no teams at the moment, I don't think, which give you insane amount of utility compared to, you know, just doing trials. So there's that, guys. Thank you for watching. Just a heads up and just rambling, honestly, on how this will be affecting your account, but still is valuable, I believe, to at least a percentage of players out there. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.